Electric potential. Electric potential means work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity distance to a point in the electric field is known as electric potential. Electric potential is given by V is equal to work done per charge. Here potential difference. Here I'm going to consider one point B. Here positive just charge Q naught. This is the point A. It is going to bring from B to A by some external agent, work done by external agent. This is a very small discharge, very small positive test charge. The difference between these 2 points, potential BA minus BB is equal to work done by the external agent from B to A, work done by the external agent B to A divided by unit positive test charge. So that is Q naught. So this VA minus VB is the potential difference. VA minus VB is equal to work done by the external agent B to A divided by Q naught. This is a scalar quantity. This is a scalar. If you take the unit, work done is nothing but a joule. Charge is nothing but a joule per coulomb. Joule per potential due to a point charge V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by R. 1 by 4 epsilon you can write as a KQ divided by R. Suppose if you take the two charges Q1 and Q2 are these two are separated by a distance R, then the potential energy U is equal to, you can write as a KQ1 Q2 divided by R. This is the potential energy U is equal to KQ1 Q2 divided by R. This is the potential V is equal to KQ divided by R. So here U is equal to KQ1 Q2 divided by R. This is the potential energy. Now potential due to a group of charges, potential due to group of charges. This is the point P. Here charge Q1 is there. It is at a distance of R1. Next charge Q3 minus Q3. It is at a distance of R3. Here charge Q2. It is at a distance of R2. So it is a scalar quantity. Potential is a scalar quantity. So you can write the total potential at a point P is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. V1 charge due to the charge Q1 to the point P, V2 charge Q2 to the point P, V3 charge Q3 to the point P, Vp is equal to, you can write K Q divided by R1, K Q1 divided by R1 plus K Q2 divided by R2. Next, this is minus Q3 is minus K Q3 divided by R3. Vp is equal to K Q1 divided by R1 plus K Q2 divided by R2 plus this charge is minus, so that is the reason minus K into Q3 divided by R3. Next one, on the axis of A, on the axis of charged ring. So this is the charge. This is the ring. You can take this is point P. It is at a distance of X. Now this is A on the axis. From this point, if we consider this according to Pythagoras theorem, you can write this is a square root of a square plus x square. Just here you can consider this is a smaller part of the element dq. Then potential you can write Vp is equal to K. So charge is the dq divided by, if you consider this is smaller charge of element, kq divided by square root of a square plus x square. This is the distance. Suppose if the take kq, dq is the summation of the charges on the ring. So we can write k divided by square root of a square plus x square into charge of a ring, q ring divided by k into q ring divided by square root of a square plus x square. And next, one more important relation with the electric field and the potential and electric field. Relation between, very most important relation between potential and electric field. Just remember on basic formula, V is equal to E into D. V is equal to E into D. If you take in the differential form, dV is equal to E into dr, you can just you can take in terms of a differential form. V is equal to E into dr. We know work done by A from the work power energy chapter. Work done by a conservative force is equal to the negative change in potential energy. We can write work done by the conservative force. So this is the work done is equal to minus du. Work done we can write F into R. So that is the change in position, F into dr is equal to minus du. F is equal to, we can write F is equal to E into Q, we can write into dr is equal to minus du. Du we can write this is nothing but a work done. You can write minus Q into dV, you can write here charge gets cancelled, Q gets cancelled. We can write minus E dV is equal to minus E into dr. dV is equal to minus E into dr. This is the relation between potential and equipotential surfaces. For uniform electric field, equipotential surfaces are plane perpendicular to the electric field lines. Here electric field lines are moving right, electric field lines. Here I am going to consider 3 points. Here point A, point B, point C. We know electric field lines are traveling from higher potential to lower potential. So we can write potential at a point A is greater than potential at a point B is greater than potential at a point C. Very most important point. The electric field lines will travel from the higher potential to lower potential. So VA is greater than VB is greater than VC. On the second diagram, you am at the center, I'm going to taking one positive charge Q. So these are the electric field lines. These are the lines of force. They are equipotential surfaces. There is a spherical surface. The equipotential surfaces. Charge Q. The electric field line is perpendicular to the surface. Okay. perpendicular to the surface. Here, this is the perpendicular. These are the lines of force. These are equipotential. Equipotential surfaces. Here, no work is required. Here, no work is required. To move a test charge on the equipotential surface. To move a test charge on equipotential because here we know equipotential surface has a constant value of potential at all points on the surface. For uniformly charged hollow conducting or hollow non-conducting or solid conducting surface, here either this is a hollow or a hollow non-conducting or a hollow conducting or solid conducting surface. Here charge is on the surface, charge Q on the surface. This is the radius R. Radius R. Suppose at a point it is point P, it is at a distance of R. So that means that is outside. Point is lies on outside. Condition for small r is greater than or equal to R. Electric field outside E out is equal to, we can write K into Q divided by R square. And compared to this, point is outside, like point R is going to lie on the outside. So here in the place of distance, KQ divided by R square we are writing. Similar way, if we take the potential, V out is equal to, we can write K into Q divided by R. K into Q divided by R. For that same, for R is less than R. If suppose the point is lies inside, if the point is lies inside, so this is a, on the surface it is having the charge Q. So this is the radius R. Suppose if you take the point inside somewhere here is there, the point is inside. Potential at inside and electric field inside. E inside will be 0. Electric field is inside is 0 because for a conductor there is no charge inside the. There is no charge inside the sphere or shell. Suppose if you take on the surface only, it will be charge is there. So for conductor, you can write for conductor, no charge inside, only on surface. Only on surface. So that is the reason electric field inside, E inside, it will be 0. It will be 0. But whereas potential is not 0. So potential V inside is equal to K into Q divided by R. K into Q divided by R. Here we can see one interesting point. We know the relation between the electric field intensity and the potential. E is equal to, otherwise minus dV is equal to, you can write E into dr, we can write. If electric field is inside 0, so that means dV is equal to 0. dV is equal to 0 means V is equal to constant. If you draw the graph between you take the graph electric field intensity versus R, if you take. So this is the point distance R. So this is the radius R. Here electric field E. E is inversely proportional to R. For uniformly charged hollow solid non-conducting sphere, previously conducting sphere, this is the non-conducting sphere. So this is a non-conducting sphere. The charge is lies inside. So E out will be E out is equal to K into Q divided by R square. And if you take E inside, it won't be 0. Whereas if you take the conducting sphere, it will be 0. But whereas non-conducting sphere is not 0. So E inside is equal to, we can write K into Q small r divided by R cube. Here small r is equal to distance from center capital R is equal to radius. We take the graph E. So E is equal to KQ divided by R square. This is R. E is directly proportional to R and E is inversely proportional to 1 by R square. Next one, electric potential due to a dipole shell V is equal to, and write K into P cos theta divided by R square. There are two conditions. First, if it is the axial line, we discussed in the electric charge and fields also, axial line, if theta is equal to 0, potential V is equal to, you can write K into P, cos 0 value is 1, K into P divided by R square. If it is the equatorial line, theta is equal to 90 degree, then you can write V is equal to K into P cos 90. Cos 90 value 0. So potential will be 0 at the equatorial line. Few note points. Note, an oil drop is falling. An oil drop is falling down in an electric field. So this is oil drop. Weight is acting downward. Force F. So this is electric field present here. E. We can write, if it is in equilibrium condition, F is equal to, we can write as M into G. Suppose due to the electric field, F is equal to EQ. EQ is equal to M into G. E, electric field, we can write with the potential V by D into Q is equal to mass. Mass equal to, we can write as a density into volume. Density into volume of the spherical body, 4/3 pi r cube into G. So we can write P is the potential, V into charge Q is directly proportional to R cube. If we take the distance also, VQ by D is directly proportional to R cube. And the next note point, second note point, when a charged particle accelerates from rest, charged particle accelerate from rest. Through a potential difference of V. Through a potential difference of V. We know work done. Work done W is equal to, we can write as V into Q. Work done. If it is moving, charged particle accelerates from the rest, so it is having some kinetic energy. So work done W is equal to half mv square is equal to V into Q. This is velocity. This V is potential. So then velocity equal to, we can write velocity V is equal to, we can write 2VQ divided by M under square root. This is the velocity of a particle is accelerated from the rest. And one more note point. Suppose a charge is moving with a velocity V1 and V2, moving with velocity V1 comma V2 with some potential difference. With some potential difference at different endpoints, and write half into M into, there is a change in the kinetic energy, V2 square minus V1 square is equal to work done. So Q into potential, we can write as a V1 minus V2. These are the potential. So this is the velocity.